All right, finally, new rule. Enjoy the Super Bowl this weekend while you can, because it's probably one of the last ones to be shown on broadcast TV, which is a shame because streaming is ruining football, and that's Taylor Swift's job. Now, what's so bad about streaming football, you ask? Well, okay, for one, I used to be able to switch between two games in just a second, just 1 second, by hitting previous on the remote. Thank you. But on YouTube TV, I have to go back to the homepage, go to sports, go to NFL, then scroll across to find the second game you want to check on, wait for the circly thing to calm down. I tell you, it's easier to switch sexes in America than it is to switch between football games. When football first started moving to streaming, I thought, well, okay, at least I'm lucky enough to afford all the channels I'll need. Too bad for you if you're not. Sucks to be you, get a third job. But okay, streaming it is. At least there'll be no commercials. No, plenty of commercials. Except unlike old TV, where I may have DVR'd the game to watch later after it's over, and I could zip through the commercials. Streaming purposely makes it so you can't do that. They don't let you see what you're fast-forwarding through. So there's no way to tell where the commercials end and the action resumes. The start of the third quarter, it's harder to find than the G-spot. And good luck finding a game a full day after it aired. It's just gone, like an FBI agent who investigated Trump. So, what I have now is the worst of all worlds. I have to watch it when it's on, I'm paying for it, and I'm still watching commercials, and I can't zip through them. Boy, isn't it great that things are better than the old days when we had to sit through commercials and watch shows right when they aired? Yeah, so much better. And lest you think this is only a boomer bitching, no, I checked Reddit. Kids of all ages hate this shit. They hate this shit, and they recognize RI when they see it. Yes, RI. We all know about AI now, but 6 years ago here, I did a piece about RI, reverse improvement. Defined as when they make an upgrade that nobody wants, needs, or likes, and isn't actually upgrading anything, it's just making it different and often worse. Here's how I used to get my car from a parking valet after dinner at a restaurant. Thank you. Here's how we do it now. Before you leave the table, because otherwise you'd just be wasting time talking to friends. You scan a QR code, download the app, create a username and password, and then send the money electronically to the valet, who's 20 feet away. So much easier. Hey, fuck you, you fucking nerds. When I get a notice that my phone needs an update, it's like getting a jury duty summons. I just had one in my phone, and now for absolutely no reason or any sense of improvement, the process of seeing all my pictures, going to different albums, adding to albums, all of it, it's all different, so I have to relearn it. And now, when I'm in an album, all the photos in that album float by in a slideshow at the top. I didn't ask for that, I don't want it, and I don't want to have to go on a goddamned expedition to find out how to turn it off. I fucking hate you. Technology is supposed to make our lives easier. That's the whole point. Washing machines did more for women's liberation than 1,000 lesbian-run bookstores. But now Silicon Valley runs the world, and their motto is, if it ain't broke, fuck with it. You know, I get it, you guys. You keep improving things because, well, A, let's be honest, it justifies your job. And B, it's fun for you. I get it. It's what you're good at, tinkering with shit. Other people like girls. We're all different. You like over-engineering stuff, but don't tell yourselves you're making anyone's life better. No one ever looked at a car and said, if only the doors didn't have handles. What an improvement now that they pop out now as you approach the car, like your car sees you and gets a boner. It's so cool. Yeah, so cool now that when you have an accident, first responders can't get inside the car and you die. Hey, maybe they'll invent a tombstone so that when your orphan children approach it, it pops out of the ground. So you may think reverse improvement isn't really such a big deal, but it is, and here's why. Because it's the same mentality behind AI taking over our lives now, whether we want it to or not. Because our tech overlords do stuff because they can, not because we need it or it's good for us, and they don't care about the consequences. Here in the land of the endless update, if you let one of the jillion cameras at the Intuit Dome scan your face, you can buy a hot dog without ever interacting with a human. Progress. Is it progress that we're moving ever closer to where we never engage with other human beings? Is it good that CEOs used to brag about how many people they employed, but now they brag about how many they're throwing out of work? Mark Zuckerberg says we're approaching the point where a lot of the code in our apps is actually going to be built by AI instead of people. Great, but what happens to coders, Mark? Well, he says they're going to be freed up to do kind of crazy things. Yeah, like starve. But hey, at least I have a smart planter now that DMs my phone if my begonia is thirsty, something humans figured out 12,000 years ago.